Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, aka the Bod Father, and as always, I'm bringing you guys an awesome interview. And today I have on the line with me Mr. Giovanni Durst of Omicida, and we're going to be talking to him about their new album. It's called Cult of Fear, with a new single called Disobey that's out right now. Giovanni, how's it going, my man?
It's actually certain death. It's not Cult of Fear.
Oh, the Fear. I'm sorry. Okay, the Fear. So what's impressed you the most with the new album?
I mean, it's in terms of song, to me, it's like the opening song, Cult of Fear. It's like the best representation of the band potential, pretty much, of what we can come up with in terms of tempos and riffing in general.
I know you guys don't try to reinvent the wheel of thrash metal, but how hard do you guys push yourself on this album?
Well, I mean, you said it right. As I said, it's we didn't try to come up with something new, pretty much. I mean, the sound is very old school 80s thrash metal. There's some hints here and there of modern, let's say, it's not even modern, some songs like The Unbroken Seal, for example, in the breakdown, it's that's where we go a little bit of a modern flavor, let's say, but most of it's old school thrash metal, and that's what we aim for in terms of songwriting. And I think we accomplished something that is it's okay. I like it. It's well put together.
Now you guys have added ex-White Wizard member Eric Kluwer and ex-Devil member Roy Laveri. What have they added? What have they added to this band as far as their guitar playing?
I tried to put together a band where we were all friends, that everyone knew each other, and that we knew that we could go along together. In terms also of songwriting and everything, because I knew Roy since I moved to the U.S. We basically moved to LA together at the beginning, and then we took separate paths, and then we came along together again on this project. And then there was Will Wallner, one of the White Wizard guys at the last band, let's say, and he joined for guitars, and he had to leave. He's living in Germany now, but so he got replaced with Eric from the very first White Wizard lineup. I mean, second lineup, I guess. And so, everyone knows each other, let's say, and everyone goes well along together. So I was lucky enough to find those guys, interested in doing this. And here we are.
I want to talk about the new single because you guys have said it has a Pantera meets Slayer vibe, and I like that. Let's talk about that a little bit, how that came about of going that way of the Pantera meets Slayer vibe.
Let's say the slow song, the single that we chose, because it's more radio play friendly, let's say, between the whole songs in the EP. And yeah, I mean, the very first part has that kind of Pantera feel. It's kind of a slower kind of pace, but it's very hard hitting. And then, it picks up later when the solo comes in, and that's where the old school thrash vibe comes back, and, till the end, the outro of the song. But that was it was, when we started writing that song, we had I had an idea of taking the pace down a little bit, because till then all the songs that I put together were pretty much very fast paced, which I liked, but to give a little bit of difference in the whole songwriting. So I came up with this riffing, and the single came out. So
Giovanni, what do you hope the fans take away from the new album from you guys?
Well, I really hope people are gonna start digging this. And as I said, this is a project where we are pretty much financing ourselves somewhat, because there's no record label yet behind it. Hopefully something is gonna come out, and hopefully people are gonna like it. I mean, crossing fingers definitely for that, and see how that goes. But so far, I mean, for the reactions of people that, let's say, not friends of mine, have been pretty positive. So I'm happy with what we have so far.
When you guys actually get to hit the road and start playing shows, what can fans expect at a show from you guys?
Well, what they can expect is like what they hear on the album for sure, because
Nice.
that's what we are aiming for. It's like, you know, pure aggression and a very tight, well played music. That's what we are aiming for. Like,
What does Omicida bring to the table for music that's not out there so far?
well, I mean, music that it's not out there so far. It's like, as I said, like we are not reinventing the wheel here, and it's what we're bringing in is pretty much like another band like from the 80s pretty much,
Right.
but with like, you know, their own sound, in my opinion. I mean, even though the sound is like something from the past, it's still something that, yes, you can hear like all the different influences from previous bands, of course, bigger names, but still it's like something that we incorporated in our own like sound. So it's our unique way of like, you know, writing the music. So that's probably what, you know, people can expect from us, like playing live shows. Hopefully soon, because we didn't play live yet.
Do you think it's essential for a band to be diverse in today's music instead of, you know, going 1,000 miles an hour, or what's your take on that?
It's not mandatory. It's like, it depends on like your own preferences, like let's say in terms of music, you know, like tastes are different from people to people. So I'm like, you know, you like this, you may not like it, but in the end, it's like, in my opinion, music should be something that, you know, it satisfies you in first place, you know, as a musician,
Right.
or as something that puts together like, you know, a project. It's like, you got to be satisfied with what you do, no matter of what like people likes or not. And so, yeah, diversity for me, sometimes it's helpful. I like it. You know, I mix it up a little bit, and in my opinion, at least, you know, other people may not like it, or maybe like, no, I just want to have like, you know, all like in your face, super fast like tracks or tempos, or like musically speaking, like very aggressive. To me, it can be a little different. I mean, you can see it in the EP too. You know, there's a little bit of everything, let's say.
When can we expect this album to be released from you guys, man?
Well, here's the thing. It's like we are doing the digital release soon, because we are working it on now, and we had some issues right now, and that I don't want to talk about because it's just pure stress.
Right.
But we had this issue with the digital release, so now we're fixing it. And about like, I mean, from the whole media channel to take care of this, they said that it can take from 2 weeks to a month. So in a month, for sure, it's going to be all over the place. I mean, it's already all over the place, to be quite honest. You can find it on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, you name it, it's there. But as I said, the account is not ours because someone pulled the trick.
Wow.
So we're fixing it right now, but in a month it should be all good together to go. You know, I mean, good to go. And we are actually having like printed copies right now getting sent to us in the next week. So it should be like everything ready in less than a month, hopefully.
As a fan of your guys' music and everything, thank you guys so much for what you do, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And thank you very much again for you know, the opportunity to release the interview.
How can people stay in touch with you guys, Giovanni, and buy your merchandise when you're able to do all this? How can they do that?
Well, we are setting up a website on top of that too, and there's going to be, so our page basically to check us out is going to be on Facebook first.
Okay.
So if you do Facebook Omicida Official, that's where we are, and there's going to be a Shop Now link, and that's going to redirect you to our website that we're opening right now with all links to, you know, buy things or merch or like see news and everything.
Man, I just want to say thank you guys once again, and everybody, stick around. We got some music coming up, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour. If you get a chance, please check out Omicida. Thanks, Giovanni. I really appreciate it, man.
Cheers, John. Thank you.